Hi everyone. I want to talk about my favorite thing. Or, well, one of my favorite things. I think my favorite thing is probably teaching. And I looked like that when I started teaching programming. And yeah, I've taught at two places, first at Linköping University, and nowadays at Omega Point where I work and I get new recruits up to speed. My favorite thing to teach is state management. And I do it like this. I give them this task. Implement a component that presents the contents of a list. Implement a search filter. Implement sorting. That's it. And yeah, they're going to fail. At least that's usually what people do, like maybe 97, 98%. People fail to do this in like reasonable manner. They usually start by writing something that they could list. They write some code that can present the thing they list, and some sort of search function, some sort of sorting function, and they end up with code that does this. They have code that presents the list, code that when they enter a search term, they update that list, and when they click some button or something, some interactive element, they sort the list. And when you do the thing, you update the list. The difference between what people usually do is that some people operate on the original list, some do it on the current list. And by that I mean that if we do some sort of search, we write the letter C and we reduce the size of the list to just the things that contain the letter C. If we then sort the list, we would sort the list we ended up with previously. Both of these approaches generally don't work. If you operate on the current list, then removing the query that you entered when you did the search thing. If you write the letter C, you reduce the size of the list. And if you remove the letter C from a search query, you want to make the list like the entire list again. But if you have reduced the size of the list and you try to research on this list that's already reduced, you're not going to get the whole list again. Okay, so if you operate on the original list, well, that's not going to work either, because if you try to do both sorting and searching, it's going to get messed up because, well, let's say we do first the searching. We write the letter C, we reduce the list. And if we then try to sort the thing, well, if we operate on the original one, we're just going to get the original list sorted, but we want it searched as well, right? This is great. Because when people fail, they have to overcome the challenge, and that's generally a really good teaching moment. When you do something wrong and you understand why the thing you did is wrong, then the thing that is right is so much easier to get back to. You're not going to fall into the same pit twice, generally, unless you're me, and yeah, at least to the stupid to the point of that I am. The hard part of teaching is what we arrive at that point. I can't tell you how to get someone to the place where you want to get them to. I know how to solve this problem in a good way. I bet lots of you do, maybe everyone, what I know. And getting someone there, you don't want to give them the answer, because just rote memorizing something doesn't really come with the same level of understanding. You want them to solve it, so you need to nudge them there. And I suggest that you want to nudge them to this place. You want them to understand that if you store the search query and sorting data in a state, and you have one way of updating the list based on the state, and you update the list whenever you update the state, then you're always going to get the reasonable list that you want. And yeah, happy teaching.